we are in the parking lot at Seneca Rocks. I'm just going to come around this tree. And that is Seneca Rocks right there. It's pretty big. I think it's 800 or so feet above the river here. Actually, it's not the only place this kind of a wall like that in the area. Around the Potomac and I guess the little creeks around here, there's a bunch of things that are similar to this actually. This whole area of West Virginia is really pretty spectacular with cliffs. The ride here through Wardensville and Moorfield, it's really pretty spectacular as you're moving around. You can see, actually, there's an observation deck up here, most of the way up the cliffs. Of course, from there you could not actually see the cliffs, which are over this way. That is where the trail goes to. Here's the start of the Seneca Rocks hiking trail. For anyone interested, no fireworks. It looks fairly steep. It's not actually that long. It's 1.3 miles, but goes up 800 feet in elevation. That's pretty steep, it says. Apparently climbing the rocks is discouraged, although you can do it. It says 15 people have died at Seneca Rocks from falls since 1971. Well, according to Google Maps, this is the north branch of the South Fork of the Potomac River. So the Potomac is not huge at this point. Looks more like a little creek. But I guess it's cut through these hills and made some pretty spectacular cliffs. Here's the start of the trail. This is not steep, but I have a feeling it's going to get very steep very fast. I could have started my altitude tracker right at the base, but right now it says 1,495 feet above sea level. So this is pretty flat right here. We'll see what it says later on, but right now it's 1,495. Very pleasant day, actually. I think it's probably 75 degrees. Sun's out a little bit, but it's very nice. Besides just the regular trail, they've got, I guess, a lot of steps going up too. I guess steps makes it easier when it's very steep. Of course, steps aren't terribly easy either. Steps here and then more steps there. A whole lot of steps. "58 steps. That's a good number. We're a little over 2,200 feet here, and we started, I think, around 1450. And it said at the bottom of the trail that it went almost up 800 feet, almost 800 feet up. So I'm thinking we must be getting toward the top. Actually, the trail, I mean, I know I'm breathing heavily, but the trail itself is not too bad. In fact, there were families here and older people, probably even older than me. And there was even a guy who had a baby in a sling who had made it up to the top. So I guess if you can take up a baby in a sling, it can't be too difficult. Well, maybe you can see it. There's the lookout tower area there. So we're almost there. Here are the final steps going up to the viewing platform. A lot of sun, unfortunately. The sun is coming toward me. That's going to make it a little hard to see things. You can see out across the valley a little bit from here even. If you go up this way, it's where the actual rocks are. So there's a sign telling you to stop. And if you're another person who dies, they'll have to change their signs, so you don't want that. You don't want to make it 16. Well, it's 6:40 now, so here's the river at twilight. Kind of pretty. See, there's a little sun in the distance, still up a bit. Here we are just toward sundown. You can see the sun is just on the very top of the rocks. We were up at the observation platform there to the left. A little hard to see, but it's right up there. So it's a pretty nice place to see the sunset, I'd say. Seneca Rocks has a really interesting history. This was actually used by the 10th Mountain Division during World War II as practice for the Alps. And they actually drove a whole bunch of pitons into the rock. So they say there were more than 1,000 pitons in the rock that they did while they were practicing. So here we are back at the trailhead in the car. It was a pretty nice hike. It gained about 800 vertical feet. And there was a nice little lookout at the top there you could see. So earlier today it was pretty crowded here, but now it's pretty well cleared out. And it's probably 6:47 right now, so probably going to be sundown in, I don't know, less than half an hour. So definitely couldn't climb the trail at this point. Alright, that's it from Seneca Rocks. We'll see you next time.